Ashit ji, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है. Good morning. Thank you so much, sir.
Good morning. Always a pleasure to join you.
Mr. Heed, please give us some information that are you satisfied with the working of police agencies and the government as far as the law and order situation is concerned? Back-to-back shootings are happening. People are, scared.
No, I'm not confident that they have the ability right now to deal with it. I think they're just spewing a lot of rhetoric out there, not putting those words into action. And I think the disjointed response to this is part and parcel to why it's continuing, why, in fact, we have someone that's built his business, a prominent individual, gets his house shot up twice in a matter of days. And in fact, we don't have any progress on this. Now, I believe this one will be solved simply because of the reckless actions of these suspects that are not highly intelligent in their organized crime aspect of a thing. I think they're local thugs at the mid-level, and I think they've got strong suspects. But here is the problem is, police have to make this an absolute priority. If they have strong suspects, which I believe they may have, they need to pull out all stops to get these people in front of the court system, in jail, and locked up to stop their behavior, because it's continuing and it's putting an element of fear like we've never had before in the South Asian community, more so, Samir, than when we talked about all of the gang violence involving our youth.
Mm-hmm. But, sir, Mr. Ian McDonald, the liaison officer, he claimed that so many search warrants are being executed, and there are 79 individuals right now under the radar of this provincial task force. I mean, he's claiming that police cannot be everywhere. I mean, you yourself as a former police officer, what's your take on that, sir?
Well, I don't believe that. That is a long-time default excuse to this. Look what's happened in this latest incident, okay? We had the brazen video of these people shooting up while someone was in the house the other day. Mm-hmm. Several shots, I believe over a dozen shots fired.
16.
And 16, the public image of that. And then a few days later, we have individuals that show up on the property and fire once more. Now, we know that they have some good images of this. We know that there is some video. There needs to be more. Right away, police need, when it's involved like this, they need to utilize technology. They need to make sure that there's systems put up in the egress and ingress of this house. They should have done it almost immediately because they weren't unable to arrest someone. You know they're going to continue this behavior. We've seen this before. It continues on. There's a demand for money, and these people will continue in their aggressive manner until that money is paid or they're thrown behind bars.
What is the best practice for the remedy? What is the best practice for deterrence in these such acts?
Well, let me tell you, if you've got suspects identified at the outset, which possibly we have in this one, you've got to make sure you put all resources on that in getting these suspects behind bars. You cannot sit and wait. You cannot use the excuse, well, we've got so many files that we'll get to it when we can get to it. If you have it, you get the resources, you put it into it. This is a priority within the regional area right now. You get the resources from wherever you can. You bring in the federal resources, you bring in the provincial resources and other police agencies in Metro Vancouver to put an end to this. We need one high-profile arrest like this, and then we need to actually put that in place and broadcast and says, you do this, we're coming after you, and we're going to get you. That is not the confidence we give the community at this time. That's the confidence we need to have with this burgeoning issue that is facing our community.
But the provincial government is saying that the system is working perfectly fine. There have been 3 individuals who have been deported.
Is it? No, let me stop you here. Is it really? Is that the best they can do? 3 individuals have been deported. The system was working fine. The system is bullshit. It's not working. And our community is in dire need of the system to start working. We have these politicians that are spewing this rhetoric thinking everything is fine. I can tell you right now, and this is what angers me, and you can probably tell it in my voice right now, is the fact that I really question whether this was happening in another prominent community, whether we would be dealing with it right now. Because remember, our community is probably the community that's been most prominent, that's built this province here in British Columbia. My grandfather, back to his lumber company, all of that stuff, all of our relations that Ginny and you are aware of here that have built this community. And even this individual that has his house shot up, he's been successful in his business, and now he's having to succumb to this type of activity. And our politicians are saying everything's fine. Great, we deported 3 people.
So who is taking the selective approach in this case? I mean, if it is, I'm not going to say it's a racist experience if the community is facing, but what kind of selective approach is this? And this, as you are claiming that if it happens in any other community, the result is going to be different, or the approach is going to be different.
Let me tell you right at the outset, and I've been with both of you talking about this, we don't have one person we can hold to account to deal with this. We don't have a unified command structure in place, and I believe right now it should be the federal RCMP. They should take over all of this. They should take all the resources. They should be the ones in charge of it. Let them deal with it, because I think they're the most qualified, if you don't want to go with some other police agency right now, to deal with it, because what we have right now is not happening. There is not one leader we can look at and say they are going to take care of us. We have confidence in them that they're going to look after us. We have confidence in our systems here in Canada that we're going to be taken care of. That we don't have it. Until you have that, you're going to have all this finger pointing going on, and you're going to have the finger pointed like we have previously at our community.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, and definitely will call you in our studio to have in-depth discussion on these matters, sir.
Thank you.